What if I told you grey hair after 60 isn't as liberating as everyone claims? In this video, I'm pulling back the curtain on what really happens to your hair and your confidence after going grey in your 60s. We'll cover the problems no one warns you about, plus the surprising perks that come once you know how to work with it. So stay until the end, because you'll not only learn how to fix the most frustrating issues, because we'll also uncover why going grey can still be one of the best beauty moves of your life. Let's start with the grey hair myths that need to die, beginning with the biggest lie about grey hair. People love to say it's low maintenance. At first, that sounds like a dream. No more root touch-ups, no more last-minute colouring appointments. Just let the grey grow in and enjoy the freedom. That's the image we're sold. But here's the reality. Grey hair after 60 often needs more attention than ever. Once your natural colour fades, your scalp stops producing as much oil. That oil used to keep your hair soft and manageable. Without it, grey strands start to feel rough, dry, and sometimes even stiff. They lose shine and become harder to style. So what happens? You start stocking your shower with deep conditioners. You switch to purple shampoo to fight the yellowing. You try new serums and sprays just to keep the frizz down. It becomes a whole new hair routine you didn't expect. If you found yourself standing in the hair aisle, confused by all the choices, you're not the only one. This happens to so many women. The idea that grey is simple is really misleading. It takes work to keep it looking healthy and soft. A good place to start is by checking your shampoo. Look for one that's sulfate-free. Sulfates can strip what little moisture is left. Go for ingredients like argan oil, coconut oil, or marula oil. These help nourish your hair and make it feel smoother. Now, let's talk about something else that tends to surprise women once the grey fully comes in: the quick aging effect. This part might be hard to admit, but it's something many women notice almost immediately after their hair turns grey. Once the silver shows up, people don't always see you the same way. It's like something shifts in how you're treated or perceived. You can feel full of energy, dress in modern clothes, keep up with routines, and even have more confidence than you did at 40. But somehow, the grey hair starts to define you in the eyes of others. For a lot of women, this is a shock, especially after 60, when life is already bringing new changes like retirement, becoming a grandmother, or even starting a new chapter like dating again. The hair can feel like a label you didn't ask for. People often start making assumptions. They treat you as older, more fragile, less vibrant. It's frustrating, and honestly, it hurts. It's not just about how others see you either. It becomes about how you see yourself. Many women have shared that they started to feel invisible after going grey. They looked in the mirror and didn't recognize the woman staring back. Even if the hair looked healthy and well cared for, there was something missing. Some days it just feels like the hair changed before the spirit did, and that creates an emotional disconnect. Comments from others only make it worse. Family or friends may say things without meaning to hurt. Things like, "You looked younger before," or "Are you going to dye it again?" can leave a sting that lingers. You are not vain for feeling emotional about your appearance. It's completely normal to feel a little lost when your reflection doesn't match how you feel inside. These feelings are real and deserve to be acknowledged. This is where you take back control. Grey hair doesn't have to wear you down. In fact, you can make it one of the strongest parts of your look. It's all about learning how to treat it well, style it with intention, and match it to your personality. Let's move into that next. You might be surprised by how much your haircut and styling choices can change how you feel about your grey hair. Grey hair can be absolutely beautiful. When styled and cared for the right way, it can look fresh, bold, and full of life. But without the right approach, it can just as easily age you beyond your years. The truth is, grey hair changes more than just colour. It shifts everything, from how you wear your makeup to what hairstyles flatter your face. One of the most common mistakes women make is holding on to the same makeup routine they've used for decades. That peachy blush, those bronze shadows, the warm red lipstick you used to love. They might not play nicely with grey hair. Once your hair goes silver, your skin tone can appear cooler. And suddenly those warm shades start to look harsh or out of place. The face can look tired or even washed out. And it's not because of aging, it's just colour chemistry. Another big one is the haircut. Holding on to the style you had in your 40s or early 50s might not work anymore. Grey hair has a different texture. It can lose volume or feel stiffer in certain areas. What once looked youthful might feel dated or too heavy. A blunt cut, for example, can drag your features down, especially if your hair has lost some of its bounce. Instead, go for cuts that add shape and life back into your hair. Soft layers can help create movement. Face framing angles lift the eyes and soften features. A well-done pixie or a layered bob can feel fresh and modern without looking like you're trying too hard. It's not about looking younger, it's about looking your best right now. Now, let's move into something a little trickier. Grey hair doesn't just change how you look, it often feels completely different too. The texture, the way it holds a style, even how it reacts to humidity. These physical changes can sneak up on you and totally throw off your usual routine. Many women over 60 are caught off guard when their grey hair doesn't just look different. It feels like it belongs to someone else. One day, it's soft and manageable. The next, it's stiff, dry, or acting like it has a mind of its own. For some, it turns coarse and wiry. Others find it goes flat and lifeless. And often it becomes frustratingly inconsistent. Frizzy in one patch, limp in another. This shift in texture can be confusing, especially if you've always had a predictable hair type. But there's a reason for it. Going grey isn't just about losing pigment. As we age, the scalp slows down its production of natural oils, or sebum. That oil is what used to keep our strands soft and smooth. Without it, grey hair becomes more porous, which means it soaks up and loses moisture quickly, leading to that rough, dry feel. The good news is, you don't have to just live with it. You can bring moisture back in. A weekly deep conditioning mask is a gentle way to restore softness and give your hair a drink. Switching to a satin pillowcase can also make a big difference. It's not about avoiding all styling, it's about doing it smarter. Don't label your hair as old just because it's changed. It's not old. It's simply different now, and it needs to be understood, not ignored. With the right care, that texture can become one of your hair's most beautiful features. This next one might sound simple, but the clothes you wore with dark or coloured hair might not suit you the same way anymore. Let's talk about how to make your wardrobe work with your grey, not against it. This is the part no one really talks about. It's not about products or styling or even texture. It's the emotional layer that catches you off guard. The social pressure and the quiet, sometimes painful comments from the people closest to you. You decide to stop colouring. You finally feel ready. You're embracing your grey with care and intention. Maybe you've started getting compliments from strangers. Maybe you're feeling more yourself than you have in years. And then it happens. A well-meaning sister says, "You looked younger before." Or your daughter gives you a salon gift card with a little smile that says more than the card itself. Sometimes the silence is even harder. A partner who says nothing, avoids eye contact, or just changes the subject when you mention your hair. It's subtle, but it stays with you. If you're feeling unsure or self-conscious, that doesn't make you weak. It makes you human. These feelings are real. What can help is a small shift in perspective. Think of your grey hair not as a symbol of aging, but as a sign of evolving. It shows strength, it shows growth, it shows that you've lived and that you're still living with style and intention. And if you need a little extra confidence right now, you're not alone. Many women feel that same need for a boost, especially in those early months of growing it out. Don't worry, we're not done yet. There's still more ahead, and the next part is where it gets even better. Let's talk about the surprising advantages of grey hair that no one tells you about. Because believe it or not, there's power in the silver. I'd love to know. What's been your biggest surprise about going grey? Share it in the comments. And if you like this video, you will definitely enjoy this next one.